skipped over the castle sequence because it was the exact same thing, and just like I was worried about, we apparently have to get Mitsuhide all the way back to our camp to trigger the different path. So excuse me while I fast forward like crazy, condensing about 20 minutes into under 10. I know, entirely my fault that I'm commenting on the same mission for a third time. If I had checked the raw footage earlier, I might have known to at least not do it last time. It doesn't help that regardless of what path you go on, the castle infiltration we go through is essentially the same. And I'm debating with myself if I should just cut that crap we've already gone through out, or just fast forward through it in the next part. All I know for sure is that this game is repetitive enough without us having to go through the exact same mission from the exact same perspective with the exact same character and objectives multiple times. As a side note, that noise just now made me think of a wrestling rings bell, and now I'm starting to wonder if I should start recording a wrestling video game or three. And if so, should I start with WCW vs. the World, WWE Legends of Wrestlings, or just something so bad that it's actually hilarious, like Rumble Roses? None of them have good storylines. Hell, the WCW one that I can think of off the top of my head doesn't even have a story mode, as far as I remember. But still, can't help thinking the stories for those games would be better than what we're dealing with in this one for the most part. Sure, the historical context of this game is pretty interesting, but it doesn't really add much to the table, and the later games in the series do a better job going over the same events, all while adding new characters and changing the focus of the attention. Really? You're going to try to find glory when you've switched sides and our objective is to just get you the hell out of here? Hell, the main reason I'm fast-forwarding through so much of this mission is because getting you to the objective point is such a time-wasting pain in the ass, especially when we wipe out absolutely every enemy officer. Mitsuhide decides to go through the point of most resistance and fight his way through absolutely every grunt in his path. So by the time we finally kick around Nobunaga, he's the general of a non-existent army. I'm just hoping, if not outright praying, that the next time I enter that castle, something different will happen. Something that gives me some confidence that we're actually going to be going down the correct path here. Oh, I'm sorry to say that you holding nothing back isn't going to do us any good in the long run, or even the short run. Mostly because your best isn't going to do much to clear away the massive number of enemy grunts between Mitsuhide and his goal any faster. I'm a little confused why two of the enemy officers aren't even bothering to shift an inch, though. You'd think, with an army in front of them, plenty of casualties behind their lines, to the point that their lord is a lone red dot to the north, and a traitor trying to smash through their troops, that they'd do something other than just stand there, waiting for us to slaughter the nameless grunts and let Mitsuhide reach the escape point. Of course, you'd also think that when we're given an objective to bring a man to an escape point, that the man wouldn't go out of his way to slow the entire process down. Well, I should certainly hope his morale is dropping. He's got no officers left. And aside from the attempt at the start to set some fires, he hasn't even tried to gain the initiative in any way, or even reacted to what we've been doing. He's just been patiently waiting for us to finish the various objectives. Considering the sheer size of the massive raid earlier, I'm kind of surprised we killed so many troops to get this far. Either that mini-map is more zoomed in than I was expecting, or I'm just estimating how many fronts are between us and our goal. By how many troops that kind of indicator would mean in a later game made in this same style. You know what would be even more impressive? If this mission could actually feel like a bloody battle. Come on, if you're gonna start pulling out alternate history bullshit, then at least play around with it. This is just so half-assed. I think we can comfortably assume that Mitsuhide can find his way from here. Now let's get to Nobunaga so we can smack him down the instant Mitsuhide accomplishes his objective. At this point, I think I'm just slashing every enemy in sight more because I've fallen asleep with the controller in my hands than because I want to add to my kill count or make things easier for our rather lackluster allies. Thank you, Mitsuhide. You took more than long enough to do that very simple thing. Great, so Kenshin appears regardless of if we kill Mitsuhide or not. Same animations as last time, same dialogue as last time. Well, at least that's a different line of dialogue. I'll take anything fresh I can find at this point. Well, it certainly looks like we managed to avoid taking any casualties in what was left of the mission. I suppose that means challenge accomplished? I agree, this took far more effort than it was really worth. It's not like the true endings in this game really mean much, when the storytelling as a whole has been so lackluster. Kenshin might be impressed, but I'm just tired of this whole load of crap. Can someone else take the castle for us? Oh, you've gotta be kidding me. You mean we've got to go through the whole Shingen Nobunaga exchange after we already kicked his ass back into the castle? 信長は魔王をやめぬ。安土は魔王の城よ。